I'm just going to briefly return to our main story here tonight, tariffs and the global turmoil that we've been telling you about, because just literally in the last couple of minutes, we're hearing that President Trump has announced that there will be a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs for all countries except China.
It looks like the US has blinked, because in the last few minutes, I'm just looking at the markets now, they've rocketed up. The US stock market up 6% on that news.
Yeah, Trump blinked. Weak, ineffective, crazy, deranged, no leadership, erratic, don't know what he's doing, lost, can be controlled, can be contained, afraid to really step into the muck. These are some of the things that China and the rest of the world are saying. This is so erratic. You just lost millions of people, trillions of dollars to play this kind of game. And you think you've won when you've really not. And here's what we know. You put out your tariffs and you thought you were big, bold, and bad. And you kept them out there for a couple of days, even keeping them over the weekend when everybody thought that you were going to change your mind in the middle of the night on the toilet like you normally do. But you let it go into Monday and you kept it. So everybody's like, okay, well, this is the new norm. But then something happened. Somewhere in there, China released their tariffs. And they said, okay, you put 104 on us. We're going to put 84% on you. And what did you do? You gave a 90-day pause and said, oh, we won because a lot of countries who did not retaliate are coming to make a deal, so we can make a deal. But wait a minute, because before that, you said we need the tariffs because tariffs will make us trillions of dollars. So which is it? Is it we don't need the tariffs because we want to make a deal? Or we need to impose the tariffs because we've been mistreated so long that we need to impose these tariffs? Which is it? This is why you look stupid. And another thing, you went out on the campaign trail and all throughout your administration so far saying we need to bring manufacturing back to the states. So we're going to put tariffs to get these companies to come back to us. But now you're going to make a deal. So now all those jobs that you promised, all those factories that you said were going to get built, when your commerce secretary and your trade advisor was on the news shows on Sunday talking all that crap about we're going to bring jobs and screwing in nuts and bolts at the Apple factory, all that was for shit now, because if you make a deal now, the companies still stay overseas and you're just negotiating how much tax that you're going to tax those companies for bringing that stuff back to us, because we are a consumer nation. We got rid of our factories back in the 50s where you want to take us, or the 1890s where you would like for us to be. That's why you keep making policies based on 1798 and 1807 and 1813. And it's funny how you said don't retaliate because we're testing you guys out to see if you'll come to the table and negotiate. But China hit your ass and you quit and put a pause on everybody. Why did you put a pause on everybody? Even though you're about to make a deal. You won. You beat them. So you don't have to put a pause on it until you get a deal. This is why we look stupid. This is why the American people look dumb, because Canada and Mexico and the UK and Russia and China, they're all walking around saying, see, it's not the president that's the idiot. It's the American people who put him there that's the idiot. Look at what he's doing. And the American people behave just like this president. So what we cannot do is continue to go on and let them be the global leaders of the world. We got to spread that wealth. So even if you do make a deal, Canada has already said our relationship as we know it is over. The American people cannot be trusted because it's not Trump that's the problem. It's the American people that put him there. That's the problem. It's that weak ass Congress that gave him the power. That's the problem. But then that goes back to the people because we put the Congress in there. Not we, you. Imagine if Biden had done this. Would he be erratic? Would he be crazy? Would he be senile? Would he be all the things that they said about Biden during the campaign if he had been this erratic? Putting on tariffs, taking them off, putting on tariff, capitulating to China, looking weak in front of China. I'm going to slap him with 104 tariff. They slap you with a tariff 20% lower than what you did. And now the next day you put a pause on it. And the pause is on everybody but China, I guess to show that you're tough. Wouldn't you call Biden crazy? So what are you going to call Trump? What do you think?